So this is the first video of my linear algebra series, Intro to Linear Systems. So linear algebra, this is a class you take after you know Calc 1, maybe after you know Calc 2. So I'm going to assume you're pretty good at algebra. We're just going to get a real quick review so we're on the same page for types of vocabulary and such. It's very simple. If we have a two variable linear equation, or variables could be x and y. It could be written as a1 as our constant in front of x plus a2 our second constant y equals c. I'll just say c1. If I had a three variable linear equation, that could be in terms of x, y, and z. I'll get my constants a1 times x plus a2 times y plus a3 times z would equal c. We'll just call it c2. So if I had an n variable linear equations, that would be in the form of variables like x1, x2, x3, all the way until x to the n. Or how I'd write an equation like this, a1, x1 plus a2, x2 plus a3, x3 plus all the way until an x to the n could equal some constant c to the n. Okay. Well, we'll keep it that size. I kind of like it this big. So we're getting on the same page. We want to know what a linear equation exactly is. Linear equations, to define them, we could define them by what they do not have. There are no products of variables. Just a quick call out there. We have a product between a constant and a variable. So that's why that's a linear equation. There are no roots of variables. There's no trig, no exponents, and no logarithmic functions. So let's go over some examples of linear equations. You could have something like x1 plus x2 plus x3 equals to 5. You could also have something like pi x, which is just the exponent, plus sine of pi over 2, which is just a number, y equals some constant c3, or I could say something like ax plus by plus cz equals 2e. So e is a number, c, b, and a are constants, and that is how this is a linear equation as well. So we're going to go over, let's just take this down, keep this. We're going to say some things that are not linear equations. Some things that are not linear equations would be something like x times y plus z is equal to 5. This has a product of variables. I could also say something like sine of x plus 5y minus 7z equals to 12. This has trig. I'll just move over here. You could also say log of x1 minus sine of x2 plus x3 to the fourth equal to 0. This isn't linear because you have a log, you have trig, and you have an exponent. And an exponent, like x to the fourth, is just a product, as we probably know.